Eileen, thank you so much for helping my project. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Eileen. I live in Nashua, New Hampshire. I'm originally from India, and I work in the technology space for mostly for financial services. Um, Pretty much it.
Um, did you know that NASA is planning to send people back to the moon in 2024?
Yes, I've heard so much, mostly from you, all the whole plan and whatnot. Yeah, I've just heard, but I don't know, like in detail. I couldn't elaborate any more than, just a one-liner.
Do you have any idea on how long ago it was that we last had people on the moon?
No, maybe my son can help me. Do you know?
Like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years? Like,
I wouldn't know. 40 years?
you said 4?
No, 40.
40?
It was correct.
1972, so 48 years.
Yeah, 48 years.
Yeah. Does that surprise you? It's been so long?
Yes, it surprises me. And there are rumors. They say that was like fake. People say it was fake. It was a fake landing, and because after that nobody went. So
there's also people that say the Earth is flat and that vaccinations are bad. So
yes.
And what do you think about it? Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's like we should be focused on other things? I mean, like, what are your views?
Oh, if it's helpful for the planet and for the people of the planet, then we should pursue it. And I'm sure there is. I'm sure it's positive. I have a feeling that it is good. Any technology innovation is supposed, for the most part, it is good with all the satellites and the GPS and whatnot. So this will be one more of those, I'm sure, and this will be hopefully before I die, I get to know something more good. Oh gosh, I have a low battery.
And we only had 12 white men walk on the moon. And as part of this return to the moon in 2024, they want to put the first woman on the moon. And I was wondering what you thought about that, if that makes it something extra, or if it doesn't matter what your feelings are.
Oh, it doesn't matter, man or woman. It does not matter. We just need to get there.
But I did see a little excitement on your face when I mentioned that.
Yeah, I mean, women are obviously ahead, pretty much at par with men. So yeah, I don't think I think it would be cool.
Now, when you look at the future of humanity and you think out like 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400, 500 years, do you see humanity just on Earth like it is today, but maybe just more developed? Or do you see Earth, humans living throughout the solar system, like on the moon, on Mars, on the moons of Jupiter, the moons of Saturn, in space structures? Like, where do you think we would get to in like the next 500 years?
Oh no. So your question is, can I see humans living across all of these different places in the universe that you mentioned? Is that your question, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. No, I think that sounds cool. Hopefully they can get back to the planet, right? Once they go to all these different other locations. Yeah, maybe technology will be that advanced. That would
Um,
be really cool. We won't
when
have to. I think real estate would be really cheap.
when do you think we'll have the first baby that's born not on Earth?
Oh, I don't know about that. That I think will take some time.
Like
Maybe
50
like
years, 100 years, 200 years?
maybe 100 years,
100 years.
200. Yeah, yeah. That I think will take some time. But another 50 years, depends on how fast things move. We could be anywhere. So that's for sure.
I know it's amazing to think that like 10 years ago, we didn't even have iPhones.
Yeah, we
And now
didn't have.
everybody has an iPhone.
Yeah, smartphone. Yeah,
Oh, that's true. Or Android, or
yeah,
um, maybe even a Microsoft phone. I think they still have them.
yeah. There's Google phones and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. I think I studied electronics and telecommunication, and I wish I had not changed my platform to move to computer science. I would have been a core member of all of this innovation.
Well, what do you think the next big technology that's being developed now that's coming out? Like, well, so you had like the internet, and then you had like social media, and then you had like the iPhone. Like, what's the next big thing?
So this whole full stack developers, big data. Big data is the current big thing. People are trying to kind of figure it out, um, kind of wrap their heads around it. But I think that from the things that I work on, I think that is the next. That's the whole next big thing that people are trying to get into. But I'm sure there's so much more that I'm not even exposed to.
Yeah, I mean, I also think like additive manufacturing, and medicine, and like the genetic
Yeah. Oh
research
yeah,
that's going
genetic
on.
engineering. Yes. Yeah.
And then yeah, it's just amazing how much knowledge we have now.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks to Google.
yeah, exactly. You could find a YouTube video on pretty much how to do anything, from splicing genes to writing Python to putting a roof on your house.
Yeah.
Like, so if it was safe and affordable, would you have any interest in going to space yourself?
Sure. I think anybody would have if it was affordable. People would skip their Europe vacations and pitch in money, and that would be like a dream come true. It's yeah.
And are you thinking like a suborbital flight where you just go above the Earth's atmosphere for a few minutes and you get to see a quick view? Or are you thinking about you would go in orbit maybe for a week, or maybe a week or 2 week trip to the moon, or you would go and live on Mars? Like, how far would you go?
I'd be happy if I can get out of Earth and land on the moon or any other planetary body. Just land there and just just see all around, and oh my god, that would be like so cool. I've seen all these videos at NASA and how people are like jumping after landing on the moon. I'm sure everybody has the same thrill. Every human being, at least.
Yeah, and also getting to see the Earth and how small the Earth really is from there.
Yeah.
I mean, we live on it and it feels huge and indestructible and infinite, but it's really a little bitty small sphere.
Yeah. Now, does it ever? Do you think that there are people like us on the other planets?
I don't think so. I think we're the only people in the solar system. But I think the universe is huge, you know, with trillions and trillions of stars, each with planets. I mean, surely some of them have life and maybe have intelligent life and civilization. But you know, if you think about it, from this distance, we really can't. You know, nobody would be able to notice us until we invented radio and started like actually broadcasting stuff. When that only happened, you know, 100 years ago.
Right.
So even though humans have been around for thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, you know, it's only in the past 100 years that anybody would have any clue that we existed.
Yeah.
So it may be that there's lots of civilizations out there, but they never invented radio, or we weren't
Yeah.
listening at the right time.
Yeah. I'd be excited to meet any other more intelligent being. Or yeah, you're right. I mean, people. Only planet Earth really has our kind of composition, but maybe the other planets or the other stars and whatnot, they should have something.
Yeah, and if there's no life out there, we should put it there, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We are the chosen ones.
We could be if we live up to our purpose.
Yeah. Some do believe that there are more intelligence. There's more intelligence out there. I mean, in some of the other stars, maybe of the universe. That's what on Star Wars and all that stuff. But maybe, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? But oh well, was there any other topic you wanted to cover?
No. So how do you? Is there like a plan that you guys are aware of that they're sending folks to the moon or elsewhere?
Well, several things. One is Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson's company, just went public, I think, last year. And they are planning to send people on suborbital trips, you know, just above the Earth's atmosphere, what have you. I think it costs like $250,000, so not for people like me. But and then there's this Japanese billionaire who is working with SpaceX and Elon Musk to send a group of artists around the moon in 2023. And then Elon wants to create a city on Mars that's like has 1 million people on it by like 2050. And what he's thinking is that in order to make that possible, he has to get the costs down so that a middle class average family could liquidate everything they have on Earth and pay to go to Mars. And he thinks that price in today's dollars is about 500,000. So that's kind of like what he's thinking. He's
but
like,
what about when they reach there? What about what happens after that? How about the whole life there or breathing system?
oh, indeed. I mean, the thing is, the atmosphere is so thin, you couldn't go outside without a pressure suit. And you know, the atmosphere is all carbon dioxide, so you would need your own oxygen. So you would literally have to pay for the air that you breathe, which would be you know, difficult. So
Yeah, so they'll have to figure out some way of creating oxygen there and water.
yeah, apparently the poles do have water ice. So and they think that even just right below the surface, there might be water ice in places. So it's just a matter of extracting it and heating it. And then, you know, with water, you can use electrolysis to break it apart into oxygen and hydrogen. And so you have breathable air there.
Yeah, I think that is the expensive part. Once there's some mechanism or simplified method of sustaining there once that is up in the air. So that I think that part of the evolution is what is complex. Getting there, how to get there, I think these folks have kind of almost figured it out. It's just the cost or whatever. But then after reaching there, you enjoy the view and whatnot, and then the next plan is to. So I think that we don't know if Elon Musk would live to accomplish that, you know, to some.
I agree with you. I think how do you live there is really difficult. And I've been thinking, it really takes like voluntary simplicity. You have a very, very simple life. Everything you have would have to have 3 or 4 uses. And you'll always be like on the edge of disaster, you have to produce the right food and air, and at any time a meteor could hit you or what have you, or one of your colonists could go crazy. And I was thinking we really need to have like practice settlements here on Earth first, where people are kind of living this lifestyle and making sure that they're adapted to it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I don't know. That the atmosphere is made of I don't know, hundreds different kinds of gases, and at some point the planet Earth produced oxygen and water. It, as you read through the theories of evolution, that used to not be the case many 100 years back. That's supposedly that's how Earth was not what it looked like. But then, so that part I'd be really interesting. I'd even want to participate and work if possible. So that part is really interesting to see how you can crack through another planet's environment and produce oxygen. Or,
yeah, I know.
or we never know, and we might just get used to some other method of living, right? Maybe some other gas, or who knows.
Oh, exactly. Maybe the human
Yeah.
changes to fit the environment as opposed to.
Yeah, that could very well be the case. And then the human will also change, right? So that'd be interesting, because we behave in a certain way because we are under the impact from environmental conditions. So when those change, I think then the human changes, and then what happens to the intelligence at that point? So that maybe we get more intelligent.
Or maybe we'll have to be more intelligent to survive. So even if it doesn't make us intelligent, they could filter us. So, only certain people survive.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate your time, Eileen. Thank you for helping my project.
Yep. Good luck. Hopefully, hopefully you are one of them too.
Oh, I know. The thing is, I'm not so sure Sonia wants to go, so I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.